Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Purdava session. We have started multi-threading concept, advanced multi-threading concept yesterday, under which we are going to see thread group, concurrency, thread version, thread local, thread pools, callable, and future. Okay. Now, yesterday we have seen thread group, which is a class. Okay. And how to create the thread class, thread group, right? This is the constructor we can use for passing the name of the thread group. This is the another constructor by using the thread group, okay, and the name. This is the two constructor. After that, we have seen this hierarchy. We have seen this diagram. We understand that who is the what is main thread, what are the sub thread, okay, what are the daemon thread, right, and how this main thread, who is the parent of all the threads. So system is the parent of every thread. This we have seen. Okay. So collection of multiple threads inside a group. They are grouped, multiple thread are grouped together are nothing but thread group. And inside thread group, there is a chance sub-thread group also exist. Okay. So we have seen some program yesterday, right? To understand what is the how to create thread group, how to add multiple threads in a thread group, right? We have seen those programs. Okay. Now, after that, we have seen system thread group. Okay. Sorry. Important method in thread group. We have seen some of the important method: get name, get max priority, how to change the priority. Okay. Who is the parent of the thread group? Okay. List. This we are discussing now. Now we are in inactive mode. We have seen what is inactive count. It returns number of active thread present in the group. What it will return? It will return, guys, only 2 days required. 2 days 25, 26, max 27. Maximum by 27 we are going to close this topic. More if any topic, one or two topic will be there. So 28 will be the final for this multi-threading, and 28 only we are going to start collection as well. Okay. So collection may take 1 week. Okay. So now it will this active count. So it will return number of active thread, number of active threads, number of active thread present in thread group, present in thread group. This is the method. So now next is enumerate. No need to by heart all these things, guys. But if you understand one or two times this concept, then it will become easy for you. Okay, enumerate it. What this method will return? Observe. So copy all active thread. It will copy active threads, all active threads into an array, into an array, into an array. Then we will use enumerate. We will see this programmatically, everything. Okay? Enumerate. Now, enumerate thread group. We can also use thread group also. We can pass in this method thread group of array TG. So what is this method is for? So this method is for to copy all subthread group. Copy subthread group into thread group array. Into thread group array. Into thread group array. Okay? Its return type is also int. Okay? Next is daemon, you know, right? What is daemon? Is daemon. What is mean by is daemon? To check whether the thread is daemon or not. True or false we are getting, right? Boolean is the return type. Okay? What is the purpose of this? You know, right? No need to write. Then we can set the thread as a daemon, right? Daemon true by passing the value some boolean. If I am passing this value as boolean, like I am passing some true, the thread will become what? Daemon. Daemon. The thread will become what? Daemon. Okay? Its return type is nothing. So void. Okay? You know interrupt. Interrupt, right? Interrupt also we have seen. Interrupt. Okay. What is the purpose of this? To interrupt all thread in a to interrupt all threads in thread group. Next is destroy. Destroy. Destroy method is there, right? To destroy thread group and subthread. To destroy thread group and subthread group. For that purpose, we are going to use this method. Now let's see programmatically each and everything. Okay, this is the program we have seen yesterday. Let me run the program. What we have observed yesterday. Active thread, because this is the thread group. What is the name? We are giving TG1. We are creating two threads. Okay, in previous program. So by default, it is the priority of 5. Thread group is a child of what? Main thread. And inside main thread, we are passing what? Two threads. You see, thread 1, T1, T2. What we are giving the name? Thread group. Okay. Now, after the setting the priority of 3, after setting the priority of 3, what we are doing? We are creating one more thread to check whether this change of priority of the thread is going to impact or not. So we have seen, okay, the priority of thread 1, thread 2 still 5, but the priority of thread 3 become 3. This we have observed yesterday. And we are asking thread group, what is the active count? Thread group active count we are getting 0 because these all threads are in dead state. We did not run in, these are not in running state that we have seen yesterday, right? Now, let me remove this program. Let me remove this program or one second. Okay. Now, okay. Now let's we have two classes. Let's we have two classes. One is test. Let me and guys, tell me one thing by seeing this example, because I am going to show you this. Let me take this screenshot first. And I have a question for you. Synchronize keyword where you can apply. At what level you can apply. If you see this, synchronize keyword can be applied at method level, right? If you see synchronize keyword we are using, right? At method level or only block level. So this is method area. This is nothing but method area, right? So to a method or a block, only two places we can apply. Remember this point. Okay? Now, because that is required in one of the example, I'm again going to use synchronized terminology in while explaining you the concurrent, maybe now after this program. Okay. So now let's say this is a test class. This is a test class. Okay, this is a test class. Okay, or yeah, let's say this is a test class. So let me add some thread here. How we can define the thread? Extends, 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 thread, extend thread. We have defined a thread, right? How I can create a constructor? I can create a constructor and pass some thread group, right? Now let me create constructor test. I am creating some constructor test. I can pass here thread group, right? Let's say thread group, comma, thread group tg, comma, string sn, something, right? Select this, format this. Now tell me, it can call super class constructor. Let me give pass this tg, comma, sn. Okay. Now, inside this, we can create one run method also, right? Why a run method? Now try to observe. Observe both side program. I'm deleting. Let me delete this thread part. I'm deleting this part. Control D is the command. Okay. I created one thread group. Okay. Now let me give this thread group as named as parent group. Okay. This is the thread group we have created in right side. Let me create one more thread group, child. Copy this. Truck. Yeah. I'm creating one more group. Let me give PG as a parent group. CG is a child group. Let me give it pass child group. Now, can I create test class object here? Now let me copy here. Let me copy here. Now let me copy here. Now try to observe. I'm copy here test T1 equal to new test. Now tell me it is a what it is expecting? It is expecting thread group and some string name, right? So let me pass that name. So that's why I created two thread group. First test class object, I will pass parent thread group, comma, some name. Okay. Let's say child thread one. Now, same thing I can use, na? Same thing I can use for now. Let me name as T2. This time I am passing CG. See, this thread group I am giving passing here means this thread child thread will in this group, and this second child thread will be in this second thread group. Okay. Now this is fine. Thread group define, child thread define. Can we make this thread in active mode? T1 dot start. How to start the thread? You know, this is the regulator. T1, T2 dot start. But where is run method? If you don't define run method, it will going to call super class run method, right? That is not good. So what we are going to do? We are used to override. We used to override. So let me create some run method here. Let me create some run method here. Public void run method. Public void run method. Why in left class? Because this is defining thread na. So this run method will be come here. Okay. Now let me ask this thread dot sleep. What it will do? It will allow one thread, child thread, right, for some second to sleep and give chance to other thread. Let me surround with try catch. Till this we are good, right? Now let me add some system dot out dot println. Let me give some name child thread. Now child thread. So whenever this we know, right? Now try to see. Till previously we are not used to create groups. Now we are creating groups. because already that concept exists, but we did not discuss that. That is, we are discussing the advanced concept. So now we have created threads. First thread T1, it belongs to which group? PG. PG is nothing but parent group. Test T2, this is child thread, belong to which group? CG, child group. Now I am starting this T1 dot start, T2 dot start. Okay. The moment I will start, this run method will be called. Na? This run method will be called. Okay. Now try to observe. Let me let me keep some sysout statement. Copy this. Copy this. We are trying to get active count, group count, right? Now try to observe. I am printing something. I am giving sysout statement. Okay. Where is our parent group? PG dot active count. PG dot active count. Okay. Now, what active count will give? What active count will give? Active count will give. Where is our notes? Active count will give thread present in a group. Active thread. That's why we are activating thread this time by starting this, by calling the start method. Okay. Now, this is this out statement. Now, let me run the program. Okay. Now try to observe what we are getting. See one by one. Now, let me keep some more statement here. Copy this, paste here. Now, active group count. Can we use active group count? Let me use active group count. Active group count. What it will return? It will return number of active threads, active thread groups. Okay. Now, run as Java application. Active group count is 0. Active group count is 0. Now, let me comment this line. You know, list. What it will give? What it will give? It will return information about thread group. Now come here. Information about thread group. Which thread group we are trying to apply? Parent group. Now let me run this. Now see, what is the thread group? pg.list. Name is equal to what? Parent group. Priority is what? 10. There is child thread inside this. Are you getting na? What is the child thread? This is the child thread. Whatever I'm highlighting, observe this. Line number 10. Let me create some diagram. This T1 belongs to this thread group, which is printing here. What is the name? What is the name? Parent group. This is what printing, parent group, right? Some priority details it's coming. Then what is printing? Child thread. See child thread 1. Let me give it so as to avoid confusion. Let me give here child thread 2. So that there won't be any confusion. Let me run again. See, child thread 1 is printing. It is having parent group. It belongs to which group? Parent group. Hope you are good. Okay, now let me clear the screen and do thread.sleep. Thread.sleep here. Let's say 4000 millisecond. Save this. throw some exception, either try catch or interrupted exception throw. Okay. Now again I will do this, copy this, paste here. Let me comment this. See, first PG active count, PG active count. Now let me comment this line. Line number 12, I am commenting. I am commenting line number 12, guys, in left program. Okay, let me comment this complete part. Observe now, carefully observe. Run as Java application. Okay. Now try to observe. We have created two thread groups. One is parent group, one is child group. Okay. 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 I am using PG, right? Now, in PG, how many active threads are there? How many active threads are there? This T1, right? This T1 is the active thread because when we call T1 dot start, it become active. It become active, and because this call run method, right? So that is what the count is 1. After that, what we are printing? PG dot list, PG dot list, PG dot list. Now PG dot list is printing this part, details of the thread group. Who is what is the name of thread group? How many priorities? What is the priority? In that thread group, how many child threads are there? Okay, perfectly fine. When I am using thread.sleep, what does this mean? The first thread will sleep for 4 seconds and it will give another thread chance to run. That's why when again I am doing pg.active count, we are getting 0. By that time operation is done and thread become dead. Here thread is active. Here thread is active. So we are getting the data as 1 because one thread is active for this PG. For this PG, one thread is active, right? Which is one T1. But when I am doing thread.sleep, what happens? Same concept is there, guys. Same thing, same concept is there. But I am using this time thread group. I am using thread group object to understand inside how many threads are there. When we do thread.sleep, what will happen? Same thing. Thread.sleep work is same. That it will make the current thread sleep and give other chance thread to work. So that's why when thread.sleep will will be done. After that, what is happening? The current thread is what? Child thread is what? Operation are done. When we are printing again pg.active count, by that time all operation are done. 4 seconds is very huge time for computer. Nanosecond, millisecond, very much huge time to perform the operation. Lakhs of operation can be done by computer in 1 second, right? So for this 4 millisecond, all the operation are done. And after that, what we are getting? PG active count 0. Till now you are good, right? Now guys, I told you this diagram. I told you this diagram. What is this diagram I am trying to show you? Now, the package, Java util concurrent package, we are going to discuss. What is the disadvantage of this synchronized keyword? Tell me. What is the disadvantage of this synchronized keyword? First thing, try to Let me note down the point. Now observe carefully. Synchronize keyword, where we can apply? Synchronize keyword, synchronized. Synchronized keyword we can apply at method level, method and block level. This is very important point, right? Only method level. But tell me guys, I want to stop this thread. Means I want some parallel call. Okay, this locking. I want some locking. What is this synchronized doing? Synchronized purpose is to lock the object now. Whenever the synchronized keyword is used, it will lock the object. And at a time, one thread can work on that object. Another thread will be in waiting period now. But that can be achieved when I am using synchronized keyword at method level. Or maybe block level like this. Or maybe block level like this. First is method level. If I am applying synchronized keyword like this, in front of this synchronize, this is one part. Or second approach is only block level, synchronize like block level. This is block level, right? Two places we can apply. Now tell me guys, by using this synchronize, we are achieving locking, right? We are able to help avoid data inconsistency problem. But tell me, I want to use synchronize keyword in the mid of the method in this line number 7. I want any option we are having. Do we have any option? I want synchronized keyword at line number before line between these two line number 13 and line number 14. Here I want to use somewhere synchronized keyword. Any option is there? Tell me. Any option is there to use synchronized keyword in mid of the method, mid of the block? No, we cannot use synchronized keyword. But still, without synchronized keyword, why we are thinking more on synchronized keyword? Because synchronized is not a good approach. Why synchronized is not a good approach? Because synchronized keyword, when we are using synchronized keyword, waiting period increases now. Waiting period of the programming increases. Waiting period increases means performance increases. Now, how we can remove this problem? People still using synchronized keyword nowadays because they don't know concurrency executor, this concurrency package. So there is one lock. There is one method called try lock. I am going to discuss more on this. Let me note down the point. So this, what is the disadvantage? First, try to understand. What is the disadvantage? It can be applied at method level and block level. We cannot use synchronized keyword. Synchronized keyword. We cannot use synchronized keyword inside method. Inside methods. Inside method. This is one more point. What is one more point? We can think about using synchronized keyword. Once you understanding synchronized, then only you will understand the concurrency package advanced topic. Okay, using synchronized keyword. One thread only get lock of object, and other threads are in waiting. That is good point, no problem. But this is waiting. And what is the advantage? Data inconsistency problem. No two thread can change the data at the same time. That is the advantage. But where other threads are in waiting, so leads to performance issue. And our application will be slow, then who will use, right? Nobody will use. So this is the important 3 point we have come to know. Now try to observe. So this, you understand the disadvantage? To overcome that problem, Java people have introduced java.util.concurrent package. Concurrent package. Inside there is a lock. Locks package is there. Very important. People will ask you synchronize keyword. What is they will ask you in interview. Tell me, what is synchronized keyword? You will explain blah, 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 blah. This is synchronized keyword. Now what happened? Okay, they will ask you then what is the advantage of synchronized keyword? What is the disadvantage of synchronized keyword? You are able to explain all these points. Synchronized keyword, we are able to resolve data inconsistency. Means two thread cannot act on an object and data cannot be manipulated or cannot be changed. That is the advantage, 100% fine. But what is the disadvantage? He will ask. Then you are asking, you are saying the disadvantage is waiting period, because one thread is acting, other thread is have to wait. By this, if all the thread have to wait unless the first thread will lock the release. Then they will ask you next question. Then how you will resolve this problem? Genuine question. Genuine question. They will ask you how you will resolve the problem then for synchronized keyword. Right? Then you have to answer that we have Java util concurrent.logs package. With the help of try lock interface, lock method, we can resolve. That is what we are going to understand now. How we can resolve, that is what we are going to understand now. First point. Let me note down point. If a thread, let me note down this point. If a thread releases the lock, then waiting thread will get lock, right? Waiting thread will get the lock. Okay? And this situation can we control? Can we control this situation? Is it in our control? No, this is not in our control, right? That is not in our control. Okay? Now, can we specify for how much duration thread one, you can take lock for 10 second or 5 second or 10 millisecond, 10 nanosecond. Can we define such thing? No. So we cannot specify waiting period, maximum waiting period, waiting period or waiting time for a thread, to lock object, to lock objects. This is not in our control. These points are not in our control. Okay? So waiting period, we don't know how, for how long that waiting period will be there. Okay? Also, we cannot uh, list down also. There, let's say 10 thread are there. Which thread is waiting? We don't know, right? We cannot list down the waiting threads. Waiting threads for that particular lock, like this. Hope you are understanding. 100% interview question. Remember, they if they ask synchronize, means you should be ready. What is the disadvantage of synchronize and how you can resolve that problem? Okay? These are all problems. And this is a synchronized keyword. Synchronized keyword. We have to use method or block level. We cannot use synchronized keyword inside a method or inside a block. All these are challenges. Okay? So these are the challenges. These are the challenges. These are the challenges. How to resolve? Java, how to resolve? Solution for this problem. Solution for this problem. So, to overcome above problem, ठीक है? Java people introduce one package. Introduce one package. What is the package name? Java dot util dot concurrent dot logs. This is the package. Java dot lang, right? We remember one package. Package wise, there are inside one package there may be more classes, more functionality, right? Similarly, we have this. Which version, guys? Which version? In version 1.5. People don't know this concept. People don't know this concept. People want to work on Java 11. People, this is 1.5 older version, right? But people don't know this concept. People want to work on Java 8, beyond Java 11, Java 17, Java 18, something, right? So first we have to make our foundation clear. One level, we can go now up one level up. Okay? So in version 1.5. Now, what is this package consist of? Now, what is this package consist of? Locks. Lock is an interface. Lock is an interface. This interface is there. What is the meaning of this interface? Purpose of interface. Okay? Now observe. Lock object similar to apply lock controlled by a thread to execute synchronized method or block. ठीक है? Now, what is this implementation? In this lock implementation, ठीक है? In this lock implementation, we get benefit to get a lock as per our requirement, we can say. In synchronized, we have to apply method or block level. But in this lock interface, we can apply anywhere. We can apply lock anywhere. Are you getting? In synchronize, we have to apply like this method level. We cannot apply inside method level, but using lock implementation, we can apply lock anywhere. So how we can apply the lock? Using one method called lock. Inside this implementation, we have lock. It locks the object. It's lock the object. Okay? If a lock object is already locked by other thread, it will wait unless it is unlocked. Okay? It will wait also. It will wait for locked object unless it is released. To lock it. I mean to say, one object is there. By using this lock, we want to lock that object. First, it will look whether that object is locked or not. If that object is already locked, it will wait. Okay, I will wait for that object. Once that object is released, then only it will lock. That is the regular process. But what is the only advantage? We can apply locking at anywhere. We can apply locking at anywhere. Okay? Now, there is one more method, entry lock. There is one more method, entry lock. Entry lock. Right? Guys, these are very important for interview purpose. Right? People won't ask you such difficult question. But remember, if somebody's asked you about synchronized keyword and you are able to explain these concepts, 100% they are going to impress. You are going to impress them. Okay? Because you know the technicalities of each thing means they are going to impress. Okay? Very, very important. Okay? It is used. It is used to acquire, lock if it is available. If it is available. It is used to acquire lock if it is available. Okay? This is one point. Okay? If the lock is available. See guys, to understand this concept, you have to recall all your concept of multithreading. Otherwise, what is lock? If I will use lock, then you will think what lock, which lock suddenly, right? If the lock is available, then thread acquires lock and return true. Entry lock return type is what? Boolean. If it getting using this method, we are getting lock. What it will return? True. Okay? Now, next point. If the lock unavailable, if the lock unavailable, if the lock is unavailable, then method will return false. Simply. Okay? Now, I am giving you a syntax. Okay? I am giving you a syntax. Try to see this. If one condition I am giving, do something else. Do something else. Simple, right? You know this. Nothing big. You will see programmatically. So, previously with synchronized keyword, do we have opportunity to check whether the lock is there or not? No, right? But in this case, we have lock method, right? Try lock. Let me call. Sorry. Oh my God. Try lock. So we can check. We can check whether this is having try or lock or not. Try lock. Now tell me this is one condition. This is the interface. We are calling this method on object, particular object. If this is true, then we can able to do some operation. If it is not, then we are able to do some operation now. Now we are able to check whether this lock is there or not by this one line. Previously, what we are doing, think in this program. Think in this program. Earlier, if lock get happen, I am not able to do some other operation. I am not able to, if this object get locked, I am not able to do some operation. There may be one operation, there may be another operation. But now we are able to see if this is locked, if this is locked, if this is locked, then do, if this is locked, we are not able to access this. So do this. How we are checking this is locked? Something, some operations by seeing this concept, by seeing using this method, try lock. By using which method? Try lock. If we are using try lock, then do something. If it is true, if we are able to see lock is there, lock is there, okay? If lock is there, so maybe do something or do not something. We can do something else also, right? If lock is there, we merely cannot wait, because waiting is making our application slow down. That is what performance is degrading. But by using this, we are able to understand whether lock is there or not. By using this, we can able to test. Hope you are good. Hope you are good. Similarly, we have one more method. Similarly, we are having one more method, Boolean try lock. Here we can pass two parameter, long time and some time unit. Time unit. Okay? Now, it will acquire the lock if the lock is available. All the concept is lock is available, then only lock. Directly don't get lock. So when lock of an object is available, then this method will lock. If the lock is unavailable, then thread can wait for specific amount of time. What is mean by time unit? Whether the time is in second, whether the time is in minute. That if you are passing something in here second and you are passing 1000, right? So it will be considered 1000 second. If you are passing 100 and you are passing time unit as millisecond, that will be millisecond, right? Time unit nothing but, time unit is nothing but, it is a constant. It is a constant. See, time unit. Can I open this? We know class, we know interface. There is one concept called enum. Enum is used to hold the constants, holds to constant. Now see, enum, time unit is there, right? See, this is nanosecond related, time unit dot nanosecond, time unit dot microsecond, right? What you are passing, for example, I am using time unit like this. If accurate is like this, time unit dot dot dot, what I am using, let's say microsecond. Copy this. So this will consider microsecond. Okay, time unit dot microsecond. If I am using millisecond, which time unit is going to consider? Millisecond. For weighing of water, you use liter. For weighing of sugar, you will weight kg. For weighing of your body, you will use kg, some units, right? What kind of time unit you are using, that is already defined. And the number you are passing in long number. Purpose is same. Try lock, all purpose is same. Additionally, what we are getting, pass the time and the time unit. For that particular time, it will wait. It will wait. We are asking to wait. Till now you are good, right? Till now you are good. Any doubt? When we see the program, then you will understand. Again, I am repeating. If you want, I can repeat. But recording is there, so you can watch one more time. If you watch one or two times, then you will easily understand. So for this, you should understand synchronize. The concept, the diagram which we shared previously, right? There is synchronized deadlock condition. That example is very much suitable to understand synchronized disadvantage. So what is the disadvantage by using synchronized deadlock? I missed that to add. What is the disadvantage? Deadlock is also one more condition na. Deadlock situation. Deadlock situation is also one more condition by synchronize. Okay? Now, till now you are good, right? 1 second. So guys, most probably I will take hardly. Let me stop this recording first. We'll see tomorrow. I'm stopping my screen share.